Hey everybody, welcome back to the Dungeon Dive. Daniel here. I hope you're doing well, and if you're not, I hope you are soon. Okay, in today's episode, we are taking a look at a whole bunch of new stuff for League of Dungeoneers. Michael sent me a package, so thank you, Michael. And he sent me the new Acrylic Standees, the new expansion, some new tracker sheets that will be made available, and the upgrade kit from first edition to second edition, or to that new printing that is available now. So, League of Dungeoneers, I recently posted a video on my follow-up, my runners up to my top 10 dungeon crawls, and League of Dungeoneers did not make it onto my top 10, but it's a game that I want to play more. It's a game that I think could have a spot on my top 10. I am really happy with the new rulebook. I think it looks pretty great. Speaking of that, I will be right back. I wanted to grab the printout of the errata that I made. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, I want to play this game more. But one of the main reasons why I don't play League of Dungeoneers as often as I would like is it's a lot. Keeping track of 4 characters is a lot of bookkeeping in this game. There's a lot going on. And so I want to develop my own way of playing this game where I can play with only one character and perhaps one companion. Or I play with one character and 3 companions that are just used for utility powers for things like opening locks or healing or something like that. And so I do want to work on my own system for this game because I do like so much of it. I like the settlement events, I like the exploration, I like the overland crawling, I like that big overland map. The dungeon crawling is interesting. There are interesting events, and there is a lot of stuff to love about this game. And so I just need to kind of develop my own way. I need to approach League of Dungeoneers more as a system, kind of like I do with Hero Quest, more as a game system, and apply some things I've learned throughout the years of playing solo RPGs to this game to make it the kind of game that I want to play. So anyways, let's start by looking at something that I'm sure a lot of people are going to be excited about, and that is the acrylic standees. So acrylic standees are getting more and more popular these days. I think they are a great kind of solution for people who want something in between a full-blown 3D mini and a cardboard standee. They like the art, they like the colored art. They like that they don't have to paint them, but they don't take up nearly as much room as a full 3D model. And with this game, if you ordered the big deluxe box, the Ace pledge, you got 10 sheets of acrylic standees. And these acrylic standees, these plastic standees, they completely replaced all of the cardboard standees from the original, and they came with sheets for the minis from the False Prophet expansion. Now, as of right now, these acrylic sheets are not available. But Michael said that he's going to try to make them available in the near future, whether that be just purchasing through his website or if that is going to be a new campaign. I have encouraged Michael, and I know he is in agreement, and I agree with him, that these acrylic standees and the cardboard standees should have more appeal outside of them just being used for League of Dungeoneers. These are really, really handy for all kinds of RPGs and board games and all kinds of miniature skirmish games. It's a fantastic set of standees, whether it's acrylic or cardboard, with great art. And I think they could be really useful, and he could sell them just as a collection of standees to be used for any game. Now, the acrylic sheets, they do come with a plastic coating, a backing, and as soon as you pull that off, they kind of all fall out. So here are some standees that have fallen out on my table already. And as you can see, you get some very, very nice standees with the same art from the original cardboard standees. We'll take a look at the sheets as we go forward. But I did want to show you just how easily they fall out. I mean, they literally just fell out and landed on this table. And they're very, very nice quality. So I do have a couple here that are punched out, and you can see the difference between or you can see how similar they are. So here is the cardboard version, and here is the acrylic version. What's interesting is the images are mirrored, and I'm not sure if that was done on purpose. I'm not sure why, but they are mirrored. I was noticing something just looked different, and yeah, so they are mirrored. Now they do come with those acrylic holders as well. I bought these these stand holders on Etsy, and I really like them. I like having colored bases, so I can put, you know, all of the enemies in red, or, you know, NPCs in blue, heroes in black, or something like that. I just it's a visual thing that I can look at the table and quickly recognize who is who. But I was kind of messing around with these colored standees using on the acrylic, and they do work. And so, but here we have, I think that's the Etten, right? Now, one thing you don't get is on the acrylic, you don't get the name of the enemy. You don't get the name of the model. I don't know if that'll mess with some people, but I just thought I would point that out. Here is the Griffin. So there's the Griffin, the acrylic, and the cardboard standee there. Very nice. The art on these is so good. So good. This was the mold, the Shambler. So here is the Shambler's cardboard standee, and then there is the acrylic standee. So I just wanted to show you the example. The colors are a little bit brighter on the acrylic. I think it looks pretty nice. Although I do like the stark kind of black background of the cardboard. And there is, I can't remember who that was, but it is nice on the cardboard to have that name, the name of the standee that you are using. But let's take a look at the sheets here one by one. So that was the sheet that just fell out. Here we have the sheet. So these look a little dull until you peel off. So there's a plastic layer on both sides. So they do look just a little bit dull, and I can tell that is a little bit hard to see because of the clear. Let's throw some paper back there so you can kind of see in better detail. So yeah, like I said, there are 10 sheets, and they do completely replace the cardboard standees that you've already purchased. And they do have the new models, the new figures from the expansion. And that includes Duck Folk, so another game with Duck Folk. And it also includes the Rat Folk, the Ratkin, because there are kind of a Skaven now. And the whole new expansion focuses on Skaven. As you can see, the plastic here, the plastic film, got a little bit messed up on that one, but that'll peel off really easily. I am also looking forward to the Duck Folk to be able to be used with Duck Quest. Duck Quest is a duck themed RPG that I think looks pretty cool. It has a really nice hex map here, but yeah, but it'll be nice to have some Duck Folk. For some reason, yeah, there are some Duck Folk there, so these are some of the new ones. For some reason now I have 3 games with Duck Folk. Maybe they need to make a Howard the Duck game or something. So this is a set. This is a sheet of some of the new stuff there. And I believe this is as well some kind of rat ogre, it looks like. There's a rat ogre. Again, this game is pretty much your replacement for it is your modern day Warhammer Quest. And I think anybody looking for a modern day Warhammer Quest should look no further than League of Dungeoneers. You really don't need to be spending the collector's prices for Warhammer Quest these days because of this. And the new edition, the new rulebook looks really nice. And I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure that Michael addressed all of the errata. We'll kind of take a look at some of the errata and compare it to to the book there. When we start going through the new rule book. But yeah, these are great. I had no idea he was going to be sending me these. So I can't remember if in one of the last videos, if one of the older League of Dungeoneers videos I did, I can't remember if I showed my storage solution for the standees. So let's take a look at that. Let me move this box over real quick. So I'm using this it's a photo storage tray that I got I think I got this at Joann's or Hobby Lobby. I can't remember which one, but I find this really helpful for standees because I have them all organized. So I have undead, quest, dark elves, magic, bandits, reptiles, greenskins. Let's see, this one. This is just a storage spot for when we were playing. I have a little storage box here. And then we have doors, mercs, heroes, humanoid beasts, large beasts, beasts, and undead too. And whenever I just need one, I can just open this up and grab whatever I need. And the plastic, the acrylic standees will also go in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be replacing them all. I haven't decided yet. If I put all of the acrylics in here, the cardboard standees will need to find another home. I don't know if I want 2 boxes. I'm not sure. I'm pretty happy with these as they are. So I'm not exactly sure. I haven't made up my mind. But this is a really easy and affordable storage solution for standees for people who want it. And man, you can put a lot of stuff in this box. I think this was like 15 bucks or something. It was not very expensive at all. And it has been well worth it. Okay, let's take a look at the upgrade pack now. So you will get a couple packs of cards. You will get the new revised rulebook, which looks so nice. They did such a good job on this. It has a lot more art. The pages are a little higher quality. So just a really, really nice rulebook. You get an updated bestiary because there were some mistakes in the bestiary. You get an updated quest book 2. You get an updated quick reference compendium, and you get an updated quick reference guide for your dungeon exploration. So that is pretty handy there. Let's see here. Let's do a test here. Let's see in the bestiary here. Bestiary. Okay. Let's see. Page 7, header. Damage should read DMG. And DMG damage, DMG damage. Okay, so I'm just kind of spot checking here. I'm pretty sure. So I know like some of the abilities were different because of rules that had changed over time, and they got updated in some places and not in others. But I'm pretty sure that that Michael went through everything. So here we have. Let's see, scurry. Where is scurry? Rats are too fast to be locked in a zone of control and may move through a square with heroes. They only pay 1 movement point when moving in a hero zone of control. Heroes must still pay 1 extra movement point in the rats zone of control. And rats are too fast. Yeah, so they did correct that by getting rid of that dex test that you didn't need anymore. So I'm pretty sure that all of the errata has been corrected, and it'll just make learning the game and playing it and teaching it a whole heck of a lot better. But you still have this amazing massive bestiary. You know, in my recent top 10, I talked about how Warhammer Quest has that roleplay book that really elevates it. But I think League of Dungeoneers is close to that. It's right up there, and especially with this bestiary book, very, very cool. Every kind of creature, every kind of fantasy creature you would want to fight is in here. Then the quest book 2. I'm not quite sure how much stuff was changed in the quest book 2, but it was enough to give us a whole new book. And this thing is nearly over 100 pages, 103 pages or so. Full of all kinds of different random quests that you can go on. And then we have our quick reference compendium. So a lot of the charts that had mistakes were updated here. And so you will get all these new charts. Very handy. It looks a lot nicer. And we also get new flowcharts. And so we get new flowcharts for opening a door or a chest. They're all new design. A combat turn, an enemy attack, a hero attack, making a potion. Oh my gosh, a flowchart for making a potion. Our board games are so complicated these days, aren't they? And I like this one. Hero casting a spell. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot to keep track of in this game. But once you get it down, I guess it comes pretty easy. But let's take a look at the new updated rulebook. Just first of all, that cover, fantastic. It feels better. It has a much higher quality paper. It feels more like a professionally produced board game. Now, it is a shame that first edition, you know, I guess we were kind of, I'm not going to say beta testers, but we did have to put up with a little bit, and it is a shame that this wasn't. It wasn't in this state when it first came out, but I'm glad it is in this state now. So just much better. The layout is a little bit better. We do get a more detailed index, which is really nice. And we also just the pages are nicer. Everything is better. There's more art. There's a lot more art. We still have our great index of art. So all of the art, human made, and all of it accounted for here. So you get our artistic credits. I really like when games give their artists credit. I guess I should stop on that page. So if you wanted to take a look at any of the art here, I will hold this up. Yeah, so just really nice. I was greatly impressed with just the way all of the new stuff looks and feels. There's a lot more examples in the rulebook, much more art, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm looking forward to reading it and just kind of relearning the game, getting reacclimated to it, getting accustomed to some of the changes. I know there are quite a few changes in some of the things, so this is kind of a second edition already, and but I think it's in a state where I think it's in the state that it needs to be now. So looking forward to that. And then we also have 2 small packs of cards here. Let's take a look at these. Okay, so we have, let's see, we have a few exploration cards. We have a few prayer cards and some spells and quite a few bestiary cards. So we have all of our mercenaries, we have quest monsters and beasts, reptiles, undead. Okay, so these are kind of in a random order. So we'll just kind of flip through these quickly, but these are all updated. I'm not sure. It was probably the abilities, the monster abilities that got upgraded, because I think they carried over some of the mistakes here. We have some new or some updated fine treasure and wonderful treasure. So we have our plate armor, harps, magical weapons, mithril plates. So I don't have any of these cards out, so I can't really tell what's different. Let's see, trap, disarming, an alchemist belt. I wonder if they have any errata on the cards here. Okay, treasure cards. Let's see here. Mithril plate armor. I know I saw that. Let's see here. Mithril plate armor. This card indicates that you should roll for magic properties. This is incorrect, as the armor is not magical. Okay. So they just removed any kind of magical properties on this armor to make it more consistent. Nice. So our exploration cards, let's see, we have those are updated. Let me put these back over here, out of the way. Side quest, objective room, and small chamber. So probably just a few little things changed on those. And then prayers, level 2, 3, level 1. So it looks like just some updated text there. Some updated text on a few of your spells. And then let's see what we have here. So a bunch of monsters. So probably just a lot of small little changes that they had to make on some of these monster cards. So you will, if you get this upgrade kit, you will want to go through and just swap out your cards and get rid of the old stuff. And I know that the upgrade kit will also be made available. So that will be something that people can buy from the website at a later date. Michael did tell me that for sure. And then we get a few of the large cards, some of the tarot size cards. Okay, let's see here. We have some settlement cards here and some turn orders, some player aid sheets here. So some of these were probably updated. I know some of the magic, some of the magic rules have been changed and have been updated, and some of the spells have been rebalanced. And I know Michael did talk quite a bit about that. And then we do have also these settlement cards here. And look at that nice new art. There's a lot of new art in the new stuff. There's a lot of cool new art. And so these are all of our towns, aren't they? I think these are new. These must be added. I don't remember. I don't remember these cards because none of the cards had this kind of art, and they were working on this kind of art for that expansion. So I think these are cards that have all of the major settlements that you can explore on the world map. And I guess I should have laid out the world map on this on the table. What was I thinking, guys? No, it's like stacked. Yeah. But anyways, so these are all of the settlements. So when you go to a settlement now, you can draw a card, and it tells you a little bit about that card, and it tells you how much it is to stay, and what you have to roll to have a settlement event, and also the stores that are available. So these are really handy. These are little player aids for the settlements. Very nice. I do really appreciate that. So yeah, so that's the upgrade pack. A couple new things that will be coming soon, and these will be made available on the website or as part of a future campaign. But these are tracker sheets, so you can keep track of some of the stuff for your characters. And so you can keep track of your sanity by putting in these plastic cubes and just moving them up or down. So you have sanity, you can keep track of your energy level, your luck. And I believe that these are also dry erase. So you can write here on your combat score and your range score and so on. You can write your name, and then you can keep track of all of your dodge, weapon, light source, and your status tokens there. And you can keep track of your mana and your HP. And so these are cool little tracking sheets that will be made available. Not needed, but nice. And then we also have tracking sheets for our threat level and our party morale. So just little player rates, just things to kind of make some of the bookkeeping in this game a little bit easier. Because like I said, there is a lot of bookkeeping in this game. There's a lot of moving parts to League of Dungeoneers. And then also, I'm not sure where this D6 came from, but it is a hit. It's a hit location D6 for rolling up a random hit location. Maybe that was just a stretch goal that was included with the upgrade pack. I am not sure on the D6. I forgot to ask about the D6. And then we also get this package of little chits. And they do mention these in the rule book, I believe. Where is that? Let's see here. Yeah, so small tokens. Rules for these tokens are not included in this book, but hold on to them. You will soon be told how to put them to good use. That's like some Shadows of Brimstone stuff there. Hey, we gave you a whole bunch of extra tokens, and they're not used now, but maybe they will be used in the future. But at least it's not sheets and sheets of them, so it's just a few. So you do get one little thing of tokens that you will use in the future. So that was everything that you get with the upgrade pack and some of the new things that are coming. Now let's get into unboxing the big expansion. Super, super exciting. I was very surprised that an expansion this big was in the works, and it came out so quickly and so kind of not effortlessly. I'm sure Michael put a ton of effort in, but the campaign seemed to be run very, very well. So I'll be right back with that box. Okay, so here we go. League of Dungeoneers, the expansion in this very large box, and that is called the False Prophet. And it kind of focuses on Ratkin, on these Skaven-like enemies. Let's turn this over. Now, I did have to unwrap the shrink wrap already because Michael needed me to check something. So sorry you don't get the fresh shrink wrap unboxing, but you'll get the idea. I love the back here. That's a really cool looking Ratkin. So a new enemy is stirring in the kingdom. Nightmarish rodents the size of a man are multiplying in the abandoned mines scattered across the lands. Bolstered by their numbers and heralded by their prophet, they sense that the dusk of mankind is at hand. Don your gear once more and lead your party on the quest to thwart these abominations, or choose your own path and explore mines and caves filled with new artifacts just waiting to be discovered. This expansion includes, now you can play as dim-witted half-ogres or huffy duck folk. So 2 new ancestries, 2 new races to play as. Battle foul ratkin and other monstrous foes. Take on the role of a noble knight or mystic druid. So 2 new classes. Michael was saying that he really likes the mystic druid as a kind of utility class. Expanded crafting system. Customize your career path with even more class specializations, new mine and cave tile sets. New treasures are waiting. So, all right. Take a look here, open this box, and let's see what we have. Okay, so right here on top, we have a new large tile, a new kind of outdoor tile that's leading into the mines, kind of a mine entrance tile. That's pretty cool. So you can start outside the mines and then work your way in. And then here we have our tile trays, our tile chits, or chit sheets, I should say. Let's take a look here. Okay, so here's our tiles. They feel about the same as the original game. And I have no complaints about the tiles. I think the tiles are pretty nice. So we have our mines and our caves. So 2 new environments. That's kind of cool. Mines, or there's our mines and some of our caves. So our 6x6 rooms. I think the art does look nice. They look a little more colorful, unless I'm misremembering. That's a cool room there, like the fireplace in the middle. Actually, this kind of reminds me, this right here reminds me of maybe a dark ride scene at Disneyland. You're on a track here and you're going through slowly and you're looking over here and there's some dwarves mining or something like that. And one of our large objective rooms here, very cool. So yeah, big assortment of tiles. Very interesting. And a giant tile. I was surprised that this wasn't just one of those paper maps. I'm not sure what how they made the decision to make this one just kind of a cardstock and this one cardboard. They are about the same size. But yeah, that's a huge room. So that must be a kind of a mega objective room or something. Very cool. And then here we have our other chipboards here. So just a few tokens. Looks like maybe some pits or something there. And a horse-drawn carriage. And then here we have the cardboard version. So the rat demon, the ratkin ogre. So here we have the cardboard versions of the acrylic standees that we did already take a look at. Now I thought, yes, I guess these horses are in acrylic. Now this is kind of cool here. Let me take out one of these horses and let me take out one of these heroes. So there are mounts now, and the mounts actually have cutouts, and you can slot your little paper mini or your acrylic mini into the mount and have it riding the horse. That is super cool. I love that. Very thoughtful. Okay, so that's all of the chipboards. We have our large cards. We do have some baggies that it does come with. I think all of the games come with bags for those of you who like to sleeve your games. But we have our false profit rulebook. I just needed to readjust the camera there so we have a little better view. So we have our false profit rulebook. We have our quest book 3. Some new character sheets for our 2 new classes, and a new information sheet, and our legendary items book. This is a really cool book. I've seen a prototype of that before. And a few more baggies for our paper minis or acrylic minis. And some of those standees that I do not like. I don't like this style of standee holder because it just really destroys the cardboard. I wish games would switch to those other kind that don't damage the minis as much. But let's see. Let's look at these character sheets here. So this is for, what is it? The Druid and a Knight, I believe Michael said. That looks like a Druid there. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot going on in a character in League of Dungeoneers. And for me, having to keep track of all of this for 4 characters is just too much. And it's not something that I like doing. And so it should be pretty easy to come up with just a house rule to scale things back a little bit and to take 1 full character and then 3 mercenaries that aren't even on the board, that are just used for utility powers. And I would just have to kind of scale back the hit points or the number of enemies. And I don't think it should be too difficult to do. And just kind of kind of adjust on the fly as I'm going, like I was playing some kind of solo RPG, similar to the way that Scarlet Heroes scales things down for 1 player. And I think I could apply something like that. So here we have our new quest book, Quest Book 3. We have our campaign, and the campaign is the False Prophet. And that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or so quests. And then we have a whole bunch of single quests. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 side quests and single quests. So once you combine all these, oh my God, there must be, I don't know, over 60 different quests or something to do in League of Dungeoneers. And you can always swap them in and out and kind of approach the game more as a sandbox game, which is something that I do like. So we have all of our lists here of generating our quests. We have our new, if you're in a village, if you're in the Silver City, or if you're in the Outpost. And so these are the quests that you can go on. We have our campaign start here for the False Prophet. And the False Prophet, being a major campaign, it does kick off in the Silver City. Investigation, a helpful hand, going to the mine. Campaign aftermath, and then here we have our single quest. So the following pages contain a number of single quests that can be played at any time during your hero's career. Just like most other single quests, there's nothing stopping you from playing these quests several times, as they contain random elements. Nice. And this makes each playthrough a little different, a different experience. Use the tables at the beginning of this booklet to help decide your quest. And so when you are in the village, you roll a D12, a D6 and a D12. And so that'll tell you how many of these single quests that you can go on. And then there are also the random quests in the first book, in the rule book, that each objective room has, I think, between 2 and 3 different quests associated with it. So yeah. If you like questing, if you like random questing, yeah, this game definitely has you covered. So, all right, so that was Quest Book 3. And then we also have our False Prophet Rulebook. Again, hardback, really nice. This is in the style of the new rulebook, so very, very nice. Does it have an index? Does it have an index? No. You probably don't need one. It does have a good a good table of contents here. But we do have our introduction, our index of art, nice. New components, our legendary item cards, our legendary item book, beast form cards. So the druid can shapeshift into different beast forms. Oh, very cool. Okay, so your beast form cards. New dungeon event cards. Really looking forward to this deck of cards there. Squire cards, some node tokens. So these are nodes where you can go and mine for different materials. A quest sheet. This sheet is used to randomize which quest to play. This replaces the tables at the start of Quest Book 3. I wonder where that is. Where's the quest sheet? Is that in here? I'm not sure where the quest sheet is. Let's see here. Quest sheet. I don't know. We'll have to look for that. Maybe it's in here. I don't think so, though. Weapons, armor and shield. No, I'm not sure what the quest sheet is. Maybe we'll find that as we go. How to use expansion, new general rules, character selection, dungeon selections. We have caves, mines, catacombs, new encounters, Quest Book 3. New general rules about the Ratkin. So now the Ratkin can be added to your faction list for when you're rolling up your random factions for random quests. We have Undead, Bandits and Brigands, Dark Elves, Orcs and Goblins, Ratkin, and Beasts. So just a huge assortment of characters and creatures to fight in your bestiary. So we have 2 new species here. We have Half Orc and Duck Folk. Then we have our new classes. We have our Druid and our Knight. Leveling up the Druid and the Knight. So then here we have all of our information on the Druid. They are a shapeshifter. It looks like they can change into a cave bear, a giant scorpion, a giant snake, giant spider, giant wolf, falcon, raptor, and a rat. And a werewolf. Wow. That is a lot of different shapes they can take. That's awesome. Our Sacred Grove. Looks like that's a place that they can probably go in settlements to get some different materials for crafting their potions that they need. The House of Lords. Yeah, so there are nightly quests. If you have a knight, kind of like the knight in Warhammer Quest had quests that they could go on, and so the knight here also has their own quests here. And then here, this chapter provides more information about the dwarf's history and culture. When creating a dwarf, you may choose which clan they are descended from and add the listed traits. Oh, cool. So the dwarfs have been expanded a little bit. And here we have our talents and perks, updated crafting rules, class specialization for your alchemists, your artificer, so your barbarian, your druid, your knight. So these are all new things that your old classes can now do, different things. Your ranger, your rogue, your thief, your warrior priest, and a wizard. Lasting wounds. So this is a new rule for severe wounds that will impact you as you go. It is an optional rule, and same as diseases. And then we have some new equipment, new dungeon tiles, your mines and caverns, the different things that can happen in the mines and caverns. You can be visited by an angered lady of the mine or a pleased lady of the mine. Things that happen in the catacombs and new encounters, your new bestiary sheet there for all of your new enemies. Very cool. Very nice rulebook there. I like the new layout. I like the new look. And then this legendary items. This is just a book of lore for all of the cards that are in the new legendary item deck. And these are things that you can get that you can go on quests and stuff to get. So these are super powerful. Let's see. These are objects in the world of unfathomable power that make ordinary magic items seem like petty toys. Some were forged with long-lost skills by man, dwarf, or elf alike, and some are said to be given to this world by the ancient gods themselves. Either way, these objects can help an adventurer gain a place next to the heroes of old. Legendary items are unique and, unless otherwise noted, can only be found once. These items can never be sold as their price is immeasurable. Unlike ordinary magic items, these items can never run out of magic or be damaged, but they need to be identified before you can use them. So I think playing this game as a kind of solo RPG where I am a treasure hunter and I am out to find the legendary items of this world, I think that would be a super fun way to play this game. Balthazar's cape, the belt of Copperbane, Bergrim's crossbow, the Demon Slayer, the Eternal Bread Bag, the Glowstone, the Horn of Alfheim, Orb of Control. You know, maybe you're working for an organization like a treasure hunting organization, and they send you out on these expeditions to find these items and bring them back. And I think that would be a lot of fun. That sounds like a really fun way to play this game to me. All right, so here are some of the cards that I'm really looking forward to. These are the some of the dungeon event cards, and they have all new art, so very exciting. Events, so we have some new player aids here. We have our underground lake. Oh wow, look at that. That is super cool. The Guardian is a beast. Different mushrooms and crystals and nodes. So you can harvest for mushrooms. You can go mining for crystals, different types of crystals, and you can go mining for these nodes here to find silver, gold, gemstones, mithril, and power stones. And then here is a huge deck of dungeon events. So cool. This greatly expands the random events that can happen to you in a dungeon. We have the ghosts and scribbles on the wall, the ring. Oh, look at this art. The bruised adventurer, tracks in the dust, intoxicating mist, parchment in the wall, a lit torch. Look at that. That looks so cool. Tattered cloak, a cave in, a corpse, a crack in the wall, potions, a fleeing prisoner, small amulet, magical portal, lucky cat, the mob, the book, a place to rest, the mural, the farmhand stone, the catacombs, and the caged bear. Super cool. I love this. This is so cool. And I love that they're big. They're kind of tarot size. So you get a lot of that art, and there's a lot of room for cool flavor text, but it's not minuscule. It's not super tiny. Very nice. Super happy to see that. And then here we have a little deck of cantrips. So we have our cantrips here. We have cantrips and potions. Okay, I think this deck of cards for potions is new. I think that might be a new thing, so we don't have to have the book out to constantly look at our potions. Let me see. Let's see if it says that this replaces. I don't remember the original set having a deck of cards for potions. New components. Let's see here. Maybe it did. Maybe they did, and I'm just misremembering. But those seem new to me. So acid bomb, a chemical dust. Yeah, so there's a ton of potions in this game that you can craft. And being an alchemist in League of Dungeoneers was really interesting. And then we have some cantrips here. So very cool. Looks like some interesting stuff. And then we get 3 bricks of cards. So quite a few cards here. Let's take a look at these decks of cards now. Okay, some more bestiary cards. We have our exploration cards for our new dungeon tiles. A lot of those. Let's take a look at these bestiary cards here. So we have our King's Armor, a King's Army, some beasts, undead, quest monsters, magical, so beast, shroom folk. those guys look cool. And our ratkins. So that's kind of the main faction. So man, I like this idea of this expansion. It's a big box expansion, and it kind of focuses on one main faction. I think that is super cool. So we have our Ratkin Soldier, our Pack Leader, our Ogre, Assassin, Warlock, Summoner, Rabid Ratkin, the Elite, the Skirmisher, the Rat Demon, the Rat Swarm, and the Gigantic Rat. And then our King's Army, so kind of a noble class here. We have our Guardsman, our Sergeant, and our Captain. And then a whole bunch of random things here. We have our Shroomling, our Fungoid Warrior, Fungoid Ranger, a Macrobite Titan. Oh, that's cool. A Shroom Queen, Cave Spider, Tree Spirit, Scorpion King, Ghoul Prince, Flesh Golem, a Lich, Giant Slime, and a Cyclops. So really cool additions to the bestiary. And then here we have all of our different exploration cards, and these should be in our 2 new biomes. So we have mines and caves. And again, each one of these different places has different things to interact with, and I think that's super cool. I like that the tiles, the art on the tiles actually does give you some things to interact with. It's not just art. And so, yeah, man, I really want to spend more time with this game. Every time I think about this game, I get excited, but then I go and think about, oh, now I have to play with 4 characters, and I just get kind of overwhelmed. And it kind of sucks some of the enthusiasm, but I just need to spend that time with it to figure out how to play it. All right, let's see here. Invocations. I imagine these are probably all druid cards here. So we have all of our different beast forms. Really nice art on that beast form. So we can be a falcon, a rat, a giant snake, a giant wolf, a raptor, giant spider, cave bear, giant scorpion, werewolf. And then we can summon a swarm, we can cause rot, or we can do a snail swarm. So man, talk about options. In a lot of games, Druid, you can be either a bear, a wolf, or maybe some kind of bird or something. But man, you get a lot of options as a Druid here. We have more wonderful treasure, more fine treasure, and more mundane treasure. Throwing daggers, throwing javelins, an ogre nugget, a lucky coin, mithril nugget, scale mail armor, legendary item. So, okay, so there's how you find one of your legendary items. Super cool. One random legendary item. So I imagine those will just all get mixed into your decks, to the decks from the original box. And a whole bunch of new travel events. Yes, so a whole bunch of new things to find on the road or in the wilderness. This is super, super cool. A couple more monster cards here for our Battle Wizard and our Daragos. So a whole bunch of new things that can happen to you. The Willow, tunnels, a marsh, an ambush, a trapped deer, flooding, lost, ruined farmhouse, attacked, the meadow, and guests. And then when you're traveling on the road here, the alchemist, the wandering squire, an old graveyard, a questing knight, and you can come across the shroom folk. Very cool. Really looking forward to getting these all mixed in. There are so many things in this game to be used for tools that I can't imagine it being very difficult to make this game exactly the kind of game you want. Let's see, Squire. So we do have some new prayers. And there's our deck of legendary items. And a few more invocations. So let's see. Thorns. Resist poison. Resist disease. Fireflies. Light heal. And summon tree spirit. Let me make sure those get put back on. Okay, let's see there. There's the invocations. And a whole bunch of new prayers up to, let's see, level 7, 6, levels 5 through 8 for prayers. So yeah, so the prayer section was greatly enhanced. A new trap card, a sinkhole. I'm not sure what these squires. I guess these are squires, probably squires at the knight. I'm guessing that these are squires that the knight can hire. Alestra, Merla, Sigil, Vladimir, Valdemar, and Oints. Okay. And then finally, we have our deck of legendary items. And these all have art on them. So these are all the legendary items from the book. They don't have the full text of the lore on there. So the book is just kind of supplements the text of the lore. But this is the card that you would draw when you find a legendary item to determine which one you have found. So very cool. It's really nice to see more art on the cards. And it looks like the art overall has been greatly improved in this new edition. And I'm very happy with what I've seen so far. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, that was a detailed unboxing. Oh, wait, did we look at this cantrip? Yes, we did. That was the cantrips and the potions. But yeah, that was a kind of a casual and detailed unboxing of the new False Prophet expansion for League of Dungeoneers. We took a look at some of the new trackers that will be available. We took a look at some of the new Acrylic Standees, as well as the upgrade pack from that first printing to second printing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.